Good afternoon, guys. This is Arlene J Ramsey, CEO and founder of Everyone Let's Talk. This segment will be about today's rally. I have to say bravo. I commend whoever it is that put that rally together today. I commend you all. You generals showed up and showed out. You understand what I'm saying? People, generals of the city of Newark, New Jersey, that I have never seen in my life, showed up and showed out. They're tired of the violence that's going on in this city, this great historical city of Newark, New Jersey. They're tired of it. There was a gentleman who said the ladies have been doing this for too long. It's time that some men step up. And I've been saying that for the longest. Men don't play the back. You guys are our protectors. You guys are our vanguards. You guys play the front line. And you made me proud. There was an older gentleman, very profound, older brother, said that this is about what's right and what's wrong. He said, we're dealing with some demons in this city, and he can't have it. It's getting to the point where it will be a civil war if this doesn't stop. That's a general talking. That is a general talking. He's not begging anybody to stop the violence. He's telling you, if you don't stop this mess, we're bringing it to you. I'm a step to you. He went on to say, we ain't all wrong, but we ain't all right either. And this is about righteousness, not self-righteousness. I loved it. They included everyone. They showed their support for Ras Baraka, our brother Ras Baraka, and they showed their support for our brother Shavar Jeffries. And I loved it that the other young gentleman said, we said this wasn't going to be political, but Ras had his chance to speak earlier, and it's only right that we let Shavar speak. And we get to choose who we put in the office. That's how it's supposed to be. You can't clamp a man's Adam's apple and then ask him why he's not talking. You understand what I'm saying? That's an absolute no-no. It's unacceptable. And that means that you're by design talking about what corporate is doing and corporate America is doing, but you're incorporating the same system. And then you wonder why we're divided. We can't have that. Where it's getting to the point where our children can't take out the trash. They can't go to a college party. They can't walk down the street. They're dying innocently. This has to stop. It has to stop. And we can't beg anybody to stop the violence. And we can't beg the government to hire more police. We got to take back our streets. Take back our streets like we did back in the 60s when we took over Newark. You take it back. You use brute force. That's what we do. We are samurais. We don't get beat. We don't lose. And that's what I've been saying for the longest. Stop begging. You sound like a loser. We don't do that. The next thing I wanted to say is, I understand you're going to have your how can I say it? You're going to have the candidates that you're going to support. But let's remember, Brother Ras Baraka, Darren Sharif, Shavar Jeffries, Annabelle Ramos, whichever order you want to put it in, I don't care. They are all our brothers. They are all minorities, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. They all have dreams, goals, and aspirations just like you do. And they believe that they are part of the puzzle and they have some solution. So that's why they are stepping up to run for mayor. For you to say, who is so-and-so to run for mayor, that's like you telling somebody to kill their dream. Who are you to tell anybody to kill their dream? You can't tell somebody to kill their dream. You don't have all the answers. If you did, crime would be down. We wouldn't have this problem today. So since you don't have all the answers and you see an influx of crime, common sense should tell you to allow some other people to step in and help. Maybe they have a different way of looking at the puzzle. Maybe they can solve it with just that one little niche. Put aside the politics and listen to the message. Is what I've been saying for the longest. That's what we have to do as a people. If we don't do it, we will remain divided. Our people back in Oklahoma City was not divided when they built the Black Wall Street. Business was booming. They didn't need the government. We don't need the government. But until we understand that politics is politics, but what's going on in our streets and our communities is a different thing. And until we understand that we should separate some things and incorporate some things to how can I say, to beat a common opponent or a common enemy, we're going to be lost. This is war, and we have to understand how to play the art of war. Sometimes you have to use the people you consider to be your enemy or your opponent against people. If you and this person have a common enemy or opponent, use that person that you may not necessarily get along with to defeat that opponent or that enemy. And that enemy is the crime that is happening in our streets, murdering our children. Next up, we cannot debate religion and spirituality. There's no one way to either one. We see this all the time. You have two pastors from two different Baptist church read the same scripture but give you their interpretation of that scripture. And you can't tell this pastor he was wrong, and you can't tell that pastor he was wrong. It is subjective. Same thing with spirituality. Those things we can't debate. And then we got to learn to stay in our lane. Don't debate things that you are not, or how can I say, don't battle things that you aren't great at. Learn to use other people who can do what you can't do. Warren Buffett said it best. Someone asked him how you beat Bobby Fischer. He said, you beat Bobby Fischer by not playing chess. You don't play Bobby Fischer in chess. That's how you beat him. That's what we have to learn. We have to learn to be smart. And when I say come up with a plan, I'm talking about come up with a strategic, solid plan where we are negotiating. What are we negotiating? What are we bargaining? And when we negotiate and bargain, we have to own up and hold ourselves accountable and stick to that bargain. But to have different people flooding people who are making decisions in this city and telling them to stop closing our schools and telling them to hire more police officers, is going to go in one ear and out the other, because you are not bargaining anything. You're not coming up with a solution to anything. You are just telling them what they should be doing, and they don't have to listen. Sadly, they don't have to listen, and this is what they've been showing us. They have not been listening. I loved today's rally, and I want to let you guys know you guys made me proud. And anything that you do in the future, I will support as long as I have the time permits, depending on what I'm doing. If time permits, I will support. Let's get it together. Let's pull together. I say this again. This is war. We need to learn the art of war. What position are you playing? Again, this is Arlene J Ramsey, CEO and founder of Everyone Let's Talk. We got to do better. Peace.